Hi, and welcome back to Tech Tuesday, brought to you by the Rolling Hills Library. My name is Bridget Reeves, and this week we're going back to basics. We're going to be looking at our library's online catalog. So how to look up items, how to renew items, reserve items, and that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and get started by going to the website. If you can't remember our website's address, or you don't have it bookmarked, it is a little bit long. You can start here from the rhcl.org website. You'll find it under Technology, Library Catalog. You can also start up here in the top right. You can search the catalog if that's all you're really needing to do. Or you can click on the My Account button to go to the catalog page so that you can look up the information for your account. So let's go ahead and go over there. You have to give it a second to load. But once it brings it up, you'll notice here's the search box. You can enter your search here. So maybe I'm searching for Revenge. Now, Revenge is a very popular name. So if I just hit the go button, it's going to give me a lot of results, and it's going to take a long time to load. So you can narrow it down. If Revenge is the title, so I can say the title starts with. I can also say if maybe Revenge is in the title somewhere, but I'm not sure if it's the first word, or you can search by author or by subject. Let's go ahead and search by title. If you still get too many results, so 101, that's not bad, but that is still quite a bit. You can come here to the More search options and type it in here. So let's type in by title, and actually let's look for Lost this time. And we're going to look, the author, I believe, is still James Patterson. And I'll go ahead and search for that. And it will bring me up far, far fewer things. So you'll notice here we have an audiobook, we have a large print book, we have a regular in mystery, and it looks like he also has a book called The Lost, which is a YA book. So be careful that you're not getting the wrong one. It also tells us all of the online resources, the internet resources we've talked about in the past, using the app, Access 360 or Overdrive. If we had it for RB Digital, that would also show up. But when you do that, you'll notice over here on the side, it gives you the availability. So this audiobook, you know what, that's for his other book. So they have 2 copies of it, but it's not what we want. The large print, if I'm interested in that, it tells me Belt Branch is BB, SV is Savannah, and BKM is Bookmobile. So we don't have any copies of it currently on the shelf at any of those locations. We do have 1 large print copy of it in total for the library, but it's not in. For the regular print book, we have 15 copies, but it's not in. Access 360, it looks like if I really, really want to read it now, I could open that app and find it, but I'm not going to find it here in the library. So let's go ahead and put that on hold. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and it'll give me lots of information. Oh, hey, it looks like I could probably get this book pretty fast. There's only 1 person waiting. And it'll give me lots more information on the book if I'm interested. Sometimes it will even tell you when the estimated return for it is. So there was 1 person waiting, and it looks like the next one due back is on the 1st of July. So it's a little overdue. It could be here any day. So if I wanted to go ahead and put that on hold, the first thing I have to do is log into my account. So up here for card number, I would click in there. If I haven't done it before, I'd have to type it in, but the computer has remembered. Here on our catalog page, you only need the last 6 digits, or possibly less. If you type in the last 6 digits and you start with 000, then you actually only need the last 3. but typing in the last 6 is a good habit to get into. And then it'll ask you for your phone number or password. We use your phone number by default. If it is an 816 local phone number, you do not need that 816, just the last 7 digits. If you have an out-of-area phone number, be sure to type in the full 10 digits. We'll go ahead and put in that phone number. And I'll show you how to change that here in just a second, if you don't want your password to be your phone number. But now that I've got that done, look, I can reserve this item, and it will ask me, where do you want to pick it up? So I usually pick up from Belt, but if I knew I was going to be in Savannah, I could tell it to Savannah. It'll ask me how I want to be notified. I usually get emails, but I could change that too if I wanted. And then you'll hit place reserve. And now I'm number 2 in line. There are currently 2 people waiting for it, and I'm the 2nd person in line. I can cancel that reserve if I change my mind. I can also bookmark it. Maybe, oh gosh, there's only 2 people waiting. I could get that really quick. Let me just bookmark it for now. I have 20 books at home. I don't need to be reading this one right now. So I'll come back to it later. So you could just bookmark it. So that's how you can do that. We can clear the search up here at the top. And now let's look at my account. So if I come here to my account, the first thing it's going to tell me is my account info. So I can see the barcode that would be on my card if I wanted to. I could change the password by clicking on set a secure password. I could change the address I have or update it if I've moved. I could add a second address. I could change my phone number or add a phone number. I could change my email or add an email. So these are all of the things. If you've gotten a renewal notice and it wants, or if you've moved, you can update all of your information here, and that's fine. If I go to notifications, this is how it's notifying me. You can change the preferred location, but if you do that, come into the library to do that. If you try to do it here on the website, a lot of the times it'll just tell you no. But we can do that for you here if you want to change your permanent preferred location. Just come into the Belt branch, or if you're from Savannah, come into the Savannah branch and let us know. I can change how it's notifying me. Maybe from now on I want it to call. For 3-day notices and for reserve availability, you can have those all be different if you want to. The checkout receipt is, if you say none, then when you come in and check out an item, you'll get a paper receipt. If I tell it my email address, then it will not automatically give me a paper receipt, but it will email the receipt to me. And you can always come in and ask for a paper receipt if you'd like one. If I go to items out, it'll tell me what I have checked out. So I can see all of the books that I have checked out at this moment. I can see when I checked them out, and I can tell what the due date for them is. So this one's due on the 23rd, that's fine. But for some reason, these are due in just a few days. Gosh, I need more time than that. Let me go ahead and this Robin cookbook, I haven't even started it. Let me go ahead and renew it. Everything else is fine. I just want to renew that one. You can also click this button here at the top to say renew all items, and it will renew everything that it can renew in your list. If a book can't be renewed, it'll tell you here instead of having the button. And this one has told me it's successfully renewed, and it's changed my due date to the 3rd. If I want, I could also print a list of everything that I have checked out, which would be very much the same as getting a printout receipt when you come in. If I come over here to my reserves, it'll show me what I have on reserve. It'll tell me where I'm picking it up from, and I can change this. I said I was going to pick up Lost from Savannah, but you know what? I think I'll get it from the Belt. So I can change those here as well. Please don't call me when this comes in. I really prefer email. It'll also tell me what my place in line is and how many copies we have. So I'm 54th in line for Revenge, but we have 15 copies, so it might not take as long as I think it would. And if I decide I don't want that anymore, I can always just hit cancel and it will cancel that reserve for me. Here it says have some favorite authors, so I can tell it maybe some very popular authors are listed here. Maybe I always love getting books by Joanne Fluke. I love Joanne Fluke's books, so every time she comes out with a book, I want to be in line for it. Maybe I've been missing a few of them because I didn't realize they were coming out. So I'm just going to go ahead and always put me in line for her books when they come out. And you'll notice now her name is bold, so she is on my list. If I come back and I change my mind later, maybe I don't have enough time to read her books anymore, or she's changed and I don't want to read them anymore, I can always click on them, and now I will not get those books automatically. If you are going out of town, you can tell it to defer your reserves. So right now I have it deferred from tomorrow until the 18th. I'm going to be out of town. Let me go ahead and delete that. You know what? I'm coming back earlier than I thought. So I'm leaving tomorrow to go out of town, but I'll be back next weekend. So now any books that come in between the 3rd and the 11th, if I'm number 1 in line for it, like this Lost book, there's a good chance that it's going to come in before I get back from my trip. I don't want to miss it if it does. I just really want to read it. So I've told it that I won't be back till the 11th. If it comes in for me during that time, then I will stay at number 1 on the list, but that book will go on to the next person. And I will stay number 1 on the list until this deferral date comes up, and then the next book that comes in is all mine. If you're looking for something and you can't find it in our catalog, you can also put in a request. So you can tell us the title, the author, or in the case of videos, you might want to tell us the actor. And then you can tell us what is it? Are you looking for the book or the video? Especially if it's a book that's been made into a video, please let us know which one you want. Maybe you only want it on audiobook, and give us any additional information you think might be useful to us. And then you'll hit the button that says send request. Over here is bookmarks. So here's some things maybe I want to check out later. I'm not interested in them right now, but don't let me forget that I was interested in these books. And if I was interested in this Revenge, but it's come in for me, or I've decided I don't want it anymore. So I can go ahead and remove it from the list, and now it's not bookmarked. And then the last tab will tell you your history for the last 12 months. Now this account, I haven't checked out very many things, so there's not much to show. But if you are a regular library patron and you're wondering if you've read a book before, you can click on this history and scroll through the list and see if you can find that book or movie on the list. Go ahead and clear that. So that is how you can use our library catalog. There's also, if you're interested, lists like what's most popular. You can find out what's new, or you could check out some of our book lists here that we've created for the library to get you started with certain titles on certain topics or award winners. So that is our library's catalog. I hope you enjoyed this video and have fun.